Okay, let's talk about the only thing in life I actually enjoy, and that's television. David, you said you had some television you wanted to talk about.
Oh, gosh, BoJack Season 4 is good.
How far are you?
I'm 5 episodes in. The gun episode,
It's terrible.
I liked more than everybody else did.
I think when BoJack does social satire, it wasn't
the strongest, but like I've heard before starting this season that everybody didn't like it a lot, and it wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
I just didn't think it was funny, nor did it say anything like clever. And it's like, if it's not doing that, what's the point of the satire?
Yeah.
Oh god, what am I supposed to do here?
No, seriously? It's in the way
now.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I made it open.
I gotcha. Oh.
What do you like particularly about season 4?
Well, the episode with his grandparents' story was so.
Was
oh my god!
They do more good stuff with that one. Too.
It was like probably one of the most perfect 25 minutes I've seen ever.
But like when BoJack goes dark, that's when it's at its best.
Oh my god, the ending was so heartbreaking. Like
the lobotomy thing.
Yeah. Oh.
It's sort of a touchy subject too, but.
Well, we know they've not been afraid to do touchy subjects before.
I don't know. I just feel like lobotomy is a weird thing. I feel like lobotomy is a very hard subject matter to play straight. Mm-hmm. Like they make fun of it in like Simpsons episodes and stuff, but you very often you don't. It's not.
I don't know what they did, but I got.
It's not very often you see it played for drama.
No.
But it's a good episode. I wasn't a fan of the Todd episode. I think the side characters are especially weak in this season.
Oh, really?
I don't think... Well, because I kind of liked what they did in earlier seasons, where with Mr. Peanut Butter, they sort of did, tried to look at him in a more serious and dramatic way. Mm-hmm. And, no, he's just the goofy guy this whole time, which I don't think is very dynamic. I'm sick of Diane. I don't think they've done anything new with her character in the 4 years they've had her.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, she's fine, but it's just, it seems like it's the same arcs every, feels like it's the same arcs every year.
Oh, I didn't think so. I don't know.
It's like, oh, I'm kind of unhappy with my marriage, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do with my career, and then that's every season. That's every season with her.
Well, it takes a long time to figure things out, and now
I know
with Mr. Peanut Butter running for governor, and them disagreeing on issues.
Okay, but BoJack's arcs are so varied each season. I mean, they're all technically self-discovery stories, but this one is very focused on family, which is not something they did before.
Yeah.
Before it was focused on specifically about his career, specifically about what happens once you find success with that and you're not completely satisfied.
Yeah.
But with her, it's just sort of the same beats every season, it feels like.
She's definitely not the strongest character.
And then Princess Caroline is fine. They really only do one episode that focuses on her, but it's a really good one.
One of my favorite episodes from the series is definitely when her and Mr. Peanut Butter, her and BoJack have the it's that bottleneck episode where they're in the restaurant the whole time. That's such a good one too.
I think it was a good season for comedy too. I usually am not in love with BoJack's comedy unless it's specifically the pop culture stuff. Mm-hmm. But I really liked the episode where they were trapped in the
spoilers.
I thought that was the third episode where they were trapped in the house.
Nope.
Oh, I thought that happened already. Well, anyway, I like it when they have celebrities play themselves, particularly Zach Braff, and Jessica Biel is actually really funny on the show. I will say, though, I think, that's kind of the same thing as every season where the BoJack stuff is pretty consistently the strongest material.
Understand.
Because I think it's such a good character. But I think they really went in a different direction, this one focusing on family.
Mm-hmm. I was really nervous about it.
Okay.
Because just the idea of him, having a daughter all of a sudden, it just felt like it could be very cheesy. And I know BoJack doesn't do cheesy that way, but
it does when it does its commentary on gun control is pretty cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that's a pretty Hollywood style or sitcom style plot.
Yeah, and it could have been very bad.
There's some twists this season, and they're good twists, but I will say I saw them coming. I figured it out.
Well, I have a feeling I know who the mom is.
Okay.
I have a feeling.
Okay. Well, who do you think it is?
I think it's Princess
Caroline. Okay. Well, I just know one of us is a game detective. Oh, the rhino. We're not gonna get. You screwed it up.
Right,
I'm not even. This, I gotta say, this level is beautiful. I don't know why.
Really
the snow effect is really the snow effect is simple, but
Oh!
well, there you go. I did the right
Damn.
thing. The snow effect is really simple, but it's extremely effective. But isn't it great when you find surprises like that? Like that's just
or like when it went from night to day or day to night. You know,
not even just the effects. I mean, like when we missed the barrel and we got all those bananas and stuff. That's so neat, and it makes you want to like experiment with the environment.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of exploration that others.
I can't reach that. Is there a tire I gotta get somewhere?
You could have bounced on those guys.
What the heck? Oh, it constantly goes up?
It's a slippery rope.
It's slippery up?
I have no idea. Yep.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm gonna get in trouble if I keep going up on them. And these ones are gonna get me down. Okay. Oh, that was a fun noise that the bee made. Oh, they tricked me. They set me up for that. They knew that's what I was gonna do, and they wanted you to hit that other rope. Oh, that was bad.
Shmoop shmee.
I watched this show. It's getting a lot of attention in the media called Big Mouth on Netflix. You heard of this?
Big Mouth. I have not heard of it.
I had never really heard of it, but I was at the gym, and I didn't want to get any more weird stares. I was like, because like, okay, so I was watching Kill la Kill at the gym, and for a while it was like pretty good because I mean, I really like the show now. I'm just gonna say that, but for a while it was like, okay, they're wearing pretty scantily clad outfits, whatever. People walk by, they won't think I'm weird. Well, you get to the halfway point, and pretty much all the characters are naked the entire time, so I can't really watch that anymore. I wasn't much better off with Big Mouth though. It's getting a lot of controversy. It's a Netflix comedy by Nick Kroll, which I know already had me really excited.
No.
But
no.
It's an animated. No, I actually like Nick Kroll.
I don't.
You've never seen any. What have you seen that he did?
Isn't he the one who did? Not. It wasn't Regular Show. What was it called?
I love Regular Show.
Not Regular Show, but it's a name similar to that where it's like very.
He did the Kroll Show.
Not the Kroll Show. He did another one before that.
What did he do before that?
It's like the comedy guys or it's something.
Mr. Show?
Mr. Show.
He wasn't on that.
Oh well, I've seen Mr. Show and I didn't.
That's
like it,
so. You don't like Mr. You haven't seen Mr. Show then.
I don't know. It was a long time ago, so maybe I would like it more.
Mr. Show is Bob Odenkirk and David Cross. Tobias from Arrested Development.
I don't know. Maybe I.
And it's like
confused.
one of the best sketch comedies that ever. It's like the only good sketch comedy.
Maybe I'm
I've
getting
ever seen.
confused with something.
You're thinking of like The Man Show or maybe something else.
Maybe.
But no. It's a show about puberty. And okay, I'm just gonna be upfront. I don't think it's a very funny show. I think it's very crass and crude. But I think its approach to sort of exploring puberty was pretty nuanced.
Okay.
Now the big controversy, and oh my god, we kind of talked about this stuff Netflix last week, but the big controversy is it shows a lot of like nudity and genitalia, and the characters are like supposed to be middle school aged.
Oh, and it's animated.
It's animated.
Gotcha.
Not that I guess that makes a big difference in this context, but like for the most part, the nudity isn't played for comedy. It's played, like, informationally. Like, it's actually... Like I said, I think when it approaches, like, subjects, like... You know, it does things we don't often talk about. Like, it talks about, like... More... Because you expect from, like, an adult-oriented animated comedy, it's going to be very male-focused.
Yeah.
And, like, male puberty and stuff like that. But it focuses just as much on the female characters and their experiences, which are completely different, yet, you know, similar and themed, obviously. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's lots of genitalia on both sides, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of strange. I'd be interested to see what... I know on the internet, people either are thinking, like, oh, this is great, or they're thinking this is terrible, Netflix needs to be sent to jail. So I'd be interested to, like, somebody I know, to have a conversation with them about it. So, like, you or somebody else should watch it. It's not a great show. It's not very funny. I think...
We haven't gotten to the halfway point yet.
The humor is very simple, but, it's interesting. It has an interesting point with this stuff, I think. Which is like, you know, if you got not a bad show, but a weak show, and you have like a good message or like good intentions behind it, I think that elevates it. Like, you know, Bad Family Guy is just that, Bad Family Guy, but Bad Family Guy with, you know, interesting commentary, okay, that's something a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, at least they're trying to go for something. That isn't just them puking.
No. I think they could have... I would have liked it more, and I know the whole thing is that it's adult-oriented, but I think they could have... there's obviously it's going to be, like, R or whatever the equivalent rating would be, because, like, Netflix doesn't have ratings because it's TV. I think it would have been more effective if they kept sort of, like, the sexual themes, because that's obviously a very important part of puberty.
We literally both did the exact same thing.
I know what I got to do this time if we make it there. But I think less crude language would make it feel more mature. Because, like, just, like, the really stupid jokes make you go, oh, okay, whatever. But then when it says something smart, you're like, oh, so I think it could have been more consistently smart if it maybe had, like, a teenage audience in mind, or maybe, like, even, like, preteen instead of exclusively...
Well, and I feel like that's something that BoJack does very well, is that they don't, like, overemphasize swearing as a means of comedy. When they use swear words, it's very powerful.
I think this is something I always talk about. I don't want to sound, like, pompous, but, like, when I'm doing writing and directing with movie stuff, I feel like how you use your swear words, if you're going to have them, is one of the most important things about writing, like, short films. Because these film students all these days, they want to throw a million F-bombs in their movies because they think it makes them sound cool. No, if you're going to use an F-bomb, you have one, and you make it count. That's what you do. And that's what BoJack does. When they use the F word, they use it for an extreme emotional effect.
Yeah.
It's not just like an expletive, it's like an extreme response.
Yeah.
And it's very intentional that way. And I think that's something a lot of people forget, is just like, you know, having constant swear words doesn't make your work sound mature, it makes it sound juvenile.
Yeah.
It's knowing when to effectively use these words.
Well, and really,
yeah,
like if you want to make a you know, close to life, people don't swear as much as I think a lot of others think.
Adults don't that much. People our age and like teenagers and high schoolers swear a lot.
Yeah.
But like adults, like 30 to 40-year-old adults don't swear that much. So like if you're making something about high school students, it's kind of like, yeah, they curse constantly because they think they're cool. I did it, you did it.
Everyone does it.
That's what it is. But now that we're adults, we don't really curse that much unless we're like at a, I don't know, like plain, I don't know. Like we wouldn't just be I don't know. Can you explain it better?
I mean, like, really, unless there's some extreme emotional reaction, we don't really...
No, we curse pretty frequently. Like, when it's you... I guess it doesn't make it's not an excuse, but I feel like when it's just you and me or Katie or, like, our friends sitting around, yeah, I guess we curse, but it's like...
Shoot.
Oh, there's... I thought there was no way I was gonna... No!
Bye!
I don't even feel bad when I lose at this game, though, because it's not even frustrating. It's just fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, BoJack is a very nuanced show most of the time. It does... I think there are times where I don't always like the comedy in BoJack, though.
No. You know, I'm all about that wordplay.
Yeah, there's a lot of wordplay.
They've got wordplay in spades.
I really am... I don't want to sound like a bigot, but I'm really not on board 100% with the whole Todd asexual thing. I just don't get it. Not that I don't understand asexuality, but I don't understand what its point in the narrative is, or what they're trying to do with it, because it just feels like...
It just seems like it's tacked on.
It's like, okay, he's asexual, that's what he is, we'll talk about it sometimes, but it doesn't really affect anything going on. Which I guess is kind of a stupid argument, because I hate it when somebody being, like, homosexual or bisexual or something is their character. Mm-hmm. But there's a balance. You know?
No, I agree. It just seems... I think I understand what they are, like... I think what they might be going for is the idea that he's so...
You got it too early! Because it's a multiplier. You should have gone back. You get. What are they trying to do?
I feel like they're just trying to be like, yeah, he's a weird... Not he's a weird guy. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, that sounds good, David.
That's bad. I think they're trying to do something just being like... I don't know, the reason why he's so awkward and he doesn't have those... feel like having those connections is because of this. I don't know.
Yeah, again, maybe it's just because we're not used to those types of stories being told. I guess it's not a common thing to see asexuality as, like, a character thing. Mm-hmm. But it just doesn't, like, it doesn't feel... I always say this, but from an entertainment perspective, it doesn't feel, like, warranted or, you know, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like something we should be spending time on, to me.
Sure.
And I just don't really like Todd as a character. I think it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I think Todd's definitely the weakest of the.
I think Diane might be weak. I'm just so sick of her because I just, like I said, I feel like it's her character. Oh, BoJack has this really great thing where characters and their consequences are permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, BoJack and Todd have their fights, and then their relationships are never the same.
Yeah.
They keep that constant throughout the show, and I appreciate that. That is
Hey, Travis, have you ever tried like jumping?
that is good writing. But it feels like with Diane, her character doesn't change or evolve at all within these 4 years.
Yeah, I think. Well, the main focus is BoJack, and his.
I wish the main
his
focus was BoJack, but it's like 60% BoJack, which I guess is technically the main. But we spend a lot of time focusing on other characters now in that show.
Travis, have you ever considered not being horrible?
Good one, David. It was really funny the first time. There was no laughing, but I'm glad you said it a second time. So it was like, okay, now we can talk about it. Now we have to point it out.
Can I be wearing any more clothes?
What's that?
It's from Friends.
Oh my god, you're terrible. You're the worst.
I know. I told my students the other day that my roommate and I from college.
Bro, what the heck was that noise there? Why'd you?
I told, because we were talking about like how you talk to your friends, and some people are like, yeah, like, you know, like teachers have thought that I'm really mean to my friends, but that's just how we communicate. And I'm like, yeah, my roommate and I all the time, my roommate from Eau Claire and I, we'd always like see each other and be like, why do you exist?
Okay, but that's a valid question to ask either of you two at any given point. Like, there's extraneous circumstances here. I mean, your roommate's a little more well-adjusted, but I look at you and it's like, okay, why is there David? What are we...
Well, that's kind of rude.
It's okay, David, we're friends, we can talk that way.
Oh, I thought we were just business partners.
Yeah, that's true, we're co-workers. That's...
Oh, no! And if the
Okay,
battery store is any indication of what a coworker is.
I like my co-workers.
Oh, I thought you didn't.
No, I like them. We might be hiring a new guy. He's Australian. I'm not sure.
Ooh, we'll see.
Oh wait,
You
no!
have to jump.
I said It does.
Travis, you have to jump fast.
He doesn't jump right away.
You have to hold Y.
I have to hold Y.
Yes.
What do you mean I have to hold?
You have to hold Y while you jump.
He doesn't jump if you're holding Y.
Yes, he does. He
I
jumps
did-
farther.
I did-
Travis, he jumps farther if
David,
you
I
hold
did
Y.
it.
That's how it's been
He
forever.
wasn't jumping when I held Y.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a little bit flustered about what just happened there. Okay, well, you know what to do now, so shouldn't have any problems, right? Right, David?
What?
Why do you think you're so funny?
I don't.
Why'd you laugh at that? What was the joke?
There was no joke. That's the point.
You and your cackles. You're a cackler. You know
I like to laugh.
You know they got no. You don't laugh. You cackle. Okay, well it's working for you.
Because I'm holding Y.
My controller must be no. Oh boy, how are you gonna get that G? Do we even have the other letters? I don't think we do. Is there a way to check?
No, I don't think we do anyways. I have absolutely no idea how that would work.
Oh, it moves with your momentum. They both of them do. You have to swing them. You see it? Maybe? I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
Okay, we're gonna take
All right.
We're gonna take a break.
Bye.
We'll do, that was Slipside. Right? That was a fun level too. I like.
Yeah, that was a good one.